tried to explain to my 10-year-old daughter where I was coming tonight, and she said, "Does Daddy know that you're coming?" I said, "I make my own decisions, sweetie." We touched on a lot of great subjects tonight, and it is overwhelming. My question is twofold. What were you like as a young person, and when did you find your voice, your vision, as I'm thinking about my 10-year-old? And secondly, I think it takes a village to raise children. We begin with change, but we can breed change in our children. So my question is, what are the most important things we can do with our children? I often preach the golden rule, but they can easily get swept up in pop culture and peer groups and this and that. So how do you bring it all back together? What would be your advice?
Well, she is watching you, and you did come tonight. So we do what we see. I think, given your daughter's age, I think it's very interesting. Perhaps you've read Carol Gilligan's work in a different voice and so on about her classic work that at 8 or 9 or 10, we're these obstreperous, independent people, and then the feminine role comes down upon us, and suddenly we're saying how clever you know what time it is or whatever. So she is just entering into that. But if she has a strong sense of self, even if she goes underground a little bit because of the culture, she will retain that. I think it's why Jane Austen and there's so many great women authors use a 9 or 10-year-old little girl as their narrator because there's this clear-eyed person there. Now, what I've noticed, and I think I was at 9 or 10, that person, and I think I sunk under the waves of the teenage feminine role for a long time. Well, a really long time, because there was no women's movement that I was aware of until I was past 30, I think. So, but that person was still there. And here's the other end of it, I will say, that I think I figured out. The so-called feminine role kind of more or less ends at 50, because then you've had children, raised children, in society as you've done what society wanted, and then you become a little bit invisible and so on. But you also become free. And who you're going to be after 50 most resembles who you were at 9 or 10.
Wow, that's great. Oh, I love that.
You become a keep-climbing little girl again who says it's not fair and so on. Only now you have your own apartment, you have